You guys, I legitimately cannot film until these machines stop running, and most of the time, once they're done, Goody Bear wakes up and I have to go save her. Hey Slowbee Nation, welcome back to my channel. Since the cutting machines are finally stopping, the train has finally passed, I think we are at a good point to film this intro and outro really quickly. It literally took me like 45 minutes to set up. So anyways, you guys, today we are going to be doing a bullet journal setup. I am pretty late to the game. When it comes to bullet journaling, like you'll just do a bullet journal setup like whenever you're ready. It doesn't necessarily mean that at the end of the year you have to chuck your notebook and then start a new notebook. It seems very wasteful for me. I so happened to finish up my notebook, and now I realize that I might have some problems with this new one in the future because of how the other one worked out. Okay, so this is the one that I used last year, and I will link this notebook down below. It is a dotted notebook with a spiral bound. I felt like the spiral part kind of got in the way when I was writing completely across the page, and it made my handwriting look really horrible, so I opted for the other notebook. And the reason why I originally got this one was because I felt like the spirals will help, you know, with the thickness of your journal, especially if you're going to be using stickers and adding in Dutch doors and things like that. But it didn't seem like it was adding too much bulk, so I figured I'll just go with another notebook for this year. I started this in May. That means I was able to go through this notebook in the span of what, 7 months. So I'm thinking the other one is probably gonna last me 7 months, and so probably around July or August I'll probably have to get another notebook. And so yeah, that's kind of like the gist of that. You don't necessarily have to get a new notebook because it's the beginning of the year. Again, like I said, it's kind of wasteful. You just set up the notebook whenever you're done with your old one and just start from there. I figured since not everyone's gonna be setting up their journal like at the beginning of the year, I might as well just upload my setup so that you guys can see it and maybe be inspired by it, so that if you are getting to the point where you need to start a new journal, my video is there for ya. So as you guys may know, I do own my own sticker shop, and it's called Banana Peel Stickers on Etsy, and I do a lot of like planner stickers, more so bullet journal planner stickers, because I know not a lot of us are artistically talented. I definitely cannot freehand, so using stickers really helped me get that really beautiful bullet journal, at the same time not like spending hours and hours like sketching it out and drawing it out, because that's the reason why I started my sticker shop. But yeah, I'm gonna post links of all the stickers in my shop that I use down below, and we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Oh my gosh, it's been a hot minute since I've done a voiceover, so I'm a little bit rusty here. First of all, I'm gonna apologize for the lighting. It's a little bit on the yellow side, but I'm doing this at night while Grudy is asleep, so hopefully you guys can understand. Also, my notebook is by a brand called Uberworks, and I'm gonna link that down below for you guys. And then there's this book right here called Botanical Line Drawing. It's kind of fun because they show you how to do different doodles of like flowers and leaves and cactuses and cacti and stuff like that. So definitely check them out as well. So for the cover page of 2019, I'm gonna go ahead and draw out a bold 2019 number on the page, and you're gonna see what it looks like once we kind of start doodling around it. So using the book as a reference, I'm gonna go ahead and doodle in little tiny weeds and daisies and leaves all the way around to the number 2, and you're gonna see the number 2 actually start coming to fruition once I'm done with it. I am not going to lie, this is going to take a hot minute, so find a day where you just need something to do that is very therapeutic and do this, so you don't have to start with the cover page. You can skip this for a little bit and then come back to it. But yeah, it did take a little bit of time here. So I did repeat it on the number 0, 1, and 9, and as you can see, the number 2019 is finally starting to show up. So then I take my eraser to just erase all of the pencil lines, and then using some stickers, I'm going to go ahead and overlap some of my doodles with the stickers. Now I'm using a clear matte sticker, so there's like a translucent quality to it. It's actually really delicate and really pretty, and I also use scissors to kind of trim it around so that it fits along the numbers nice and tightly. Yeah, I'm like not doing a very good job with my adjectives here, so you're gonna have to bear with me. So as you guys can see, I just keep adding more little tiny buds around the number 2019. Also for my shop, I'm using little gold flowers to decorate around the number 2019. When I cut some of these shapes, I leave like the circles and some of the inverse image inside of the cutting so that, you know, you can use like the dots and the extra florals for other decorations. So to finalize it, I went ahead and drew some lines inside of the numbers, and then I added these little dots all the way around to make it look like fairy dust. So on the next page, this is going to be the calendar of the year. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and section out both pages into 6 columns, and I'm going to go ahead and just color in the headers with a light gray. Now on top of each gray header, I'm going to go ahead and write in the month with a micron pen. Also, sorry you guys for my head creeping into some of these shots because I'm still learning how to film these journal videos, and also I have a tendency to shove my face in my notebook when I write. Also for my shop, I'm going to go ahead and use these gold liners, and I'm going to line the bottom of each of the gray header boxes. And I think these are fun because they're cut out of gold vinyl, so they're waterproof. You can use them on your nails, you can use them to decorate the outside of your notebooks. You know, you don't have to use them just in your journals, but I do think they add a nice little touch to your headers. Okay, now inside of the gray headers, I'm going to go ahead and put the initials to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And here's the extra tedious part. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the days of the month, and this also took a hot minute as well, and you really have to focus because you don't want to write in the wrong day. That would suck. And I'm just gonna use some of these little gray twigs and decorate just a couple of spots in the journal as well. And then at the bottom of each month, I went ahead in a different color and wrote out everyone's birthday or important days that I need to remember. So on this next page, it'll just be a list of video ideas that I have for the future. Sometimes I have like a video creating block, and so it's nice to look back at a list like this and just pick something from there and just run with it. As you can see in the foreground, I went ahead and wrote the word ideas in cursive, and then in the background, I went ahead and wrote out the word video. And then I'm just gonna go over it again with the pen and just filling it in so it looks really bold. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and section out 3 columns, and each one of these columns will have a header, and the header will be filled in with a gray marker. And inside, I'm just gonna write lifestyle, beauty, and creative, which are the 3 types of videos that I usually do, and this would just kind of give me a running list of what I want to create, and if I want to do something that's beauty related or more creative or more lifestyle, I can just pick from the list. And then I went ahead and added some dots around each one of the header boxes, and I copied the 3 columns onto the second page as well. Okay, as you can see, I pretty much copied this format onto the next page, which is going to be my Etsy expense list, because I do buy quite a lot of materials to keep my Etsy shop afloat. And then this next one is going to be my collabs and sponsors. As you guys know, I do get sponsored. So on this next page, I just have a list of my bills and my income. For bills, it's just a long list of my actual bills that are due monthly and on what days they are actually due. Now for income, since I work for myself, it's a little bit finicky here. Each row is going to be the month of the income, and then I have it separated out for Etsy, YouTube, and freelance, and then the last column will be for the total that I've made for that month. Okay, so for this last page, I'm gonna go ahead and recopy a poem that I found a couple of years ago, and I was reminded of it again. It's called Pretty Ugly. It's really interesting because if you read it from the top down, it talks about someone who is convinced that they're ugly, but if you read it from the bottom up, it's from a perspective of someone who truly believes that they are beautiful within. Really cool poem. I'll also link it down below for you guys as well. And I figured that since 2019 is going to be the year of growth for me, I think this poem is going to really help me focus on my inner growth by also being more kind to myself. And I finish it up with some washi and a cute little heart sticker. And yeah, let's go ahead and do a final flip through. Okay, you guys, so that is my bullet journal setup, and I hope that it kind of gives you guys an idea on how I plan for the year, or how I set up like my planner and stuff like that. Next week or the week after, I'm gonna do kind of like a run through of how I set up January. I know it's late, but someone requested a video on how I plan. Like, it's great to see me set up my weeks and stuff like that, but it's a little bit different when I talk about my week and how I plan my week, because, you know, I work for myself, so it is a little bit different on how I plan my week and how I do things as well. So next week or the week after, I will have that video up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. How's 2019 going for you guys? I hope you guys are starting off on a good foot. I think 2019 is going to be a really good year for me. 2018 was a little bit rough, and I'm glad that it was done and over with, but 2019 is looking very optimistic, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I will chat with you guys in the next video. Remember to always rock on, Slowbies. Oh, comment, subscribe, all the doohickeys, all the links to my stickers and the notebook and stuff that I use in the video will be linked down below. And I will chat with you guys in the next video. Remember to always rock on, Slowbies. Bye! Sweet nectar of life. Alright, what's going on in the background here? I'm wearing a hat because today is day 6 and girl need to wash her hair. Eee! This is my Cricut cutter, the station where I make and cut all of my stickers. So, as informal as this is, I feel like this is awesome because then we get this one-on-one sit-down conversation, because normally when I film downstairs, I'm standing, I'm not sitting. I get to sit here, I get to be in my chair, I get to be in my comfort zone, and we're just gonna have a chat. So today, you guys, I am going to do a tips/hack video as far as coloring your hair, or just hair in general, because, you know, we need to take care of our hair. And honestly,